The woman bought a box of free-range eggs at a high price, but he found that the weight of the eggs was wrong. After crushing them, he found that the eggs were empty. He thought it was incredible, so he crushed another one. When he found that it was still empty, he crushed it into pieces. The carton of eggs was actually empty. In the evening, when the woman told her husband about this, he was shocked and said that he was going to the company to work overtime, so he left in a hurry. When she comes back again, she tells Ingzi that everything is resolved. But Ingzi thought all this was too weird. It was only when her husband came to work at a place called Xingli Company that she saw this happy town. The men here all have successful careers, and each of them has a beautiful wife. All basic necessities, food, clothing, housing and transportation are provided free of charge by the community. Every morning, all the wives in the town watch their husbands go to work, and then begin their day of housewife life. First we cleaned, then everyone practiced free yoga together, and in the afternoon we went to the swimming pool for afternoon tea. The seemingly leisurely life makes Ingzi feel something is wrong, because women here are not allowed to step out of the town, otherwise they will be punished, which also makes her curious about the outside world. So after his husband went to work, he took the bus alone and came to the terminal. Just then he saw a plane in the sky, and then the plane crashed. He quickly asked the driver to drive to help, but the driver refused him. Because moving forward will violate the company's regulations. The kind-hearted Ingzi got out of the car and walked in the direction of the crash alone. She climbed over the top of the mountain with difficulty, but did not see the shadow of the plane. Instead, she saw a strange building, which was exactly where her husband worked. As she tremblingly touched the building. However, his body changed, and he fainted immediately. When he woke up again, he was lying on the bed. Ingzi felt as if she was dreaming. Everything yesterday seemed like it had never happened, but what happened next was even weirder. This woman was cleaning the glass, but she didn't notice that the wall behind was slowly approaching her. The next second the woman is squeezed against the wall and becomes the third emoticon on your phone. Just when the woman was about to be squeezed into a meat pie, suddenly the wall returned to normal. Just then, the phone rang. It turned out to be the black girl next door. She told Ingzi that everything here was false and asked her to leave here quickly. But Ingzi didn't believe what she said, directly. But while taking dance class, Ingzi found that she turned into a black girl in the mirror. I saw the black girl slamming into the mirror, as if trying to escape from here. Ingzi screamed loudly in fright, and the people around her looked at her in surprise, only to realize that she was hallucinating. He quickly ran back home, only to see the black girl standing on the roof, and then he took out a knife and wiped his neck. Ingzi wanted to step forward to help, but was forcibly pulled away by 2 security guards. In the evening, Ingzi told everything she saw, but her husband said that the black girl just slipped and fell and had been sent to the hospital. But Ingzi firmly believed that what he saw was true. In order to prove that she was not hallucinating, she wrapped her head tightly in plastic wrap. The real feeling made her sure that it was all real. But her husband thought that Ingzi had a psychological problem, so he took her to see a psychiatrist. When the doctor was examining Ingzi, she suddenly saw the black girl's medical certificate in the doctor's briefcase. She took it away secretly when the doctor wasn't paying attention. It actually said that the patient refused treatment and was about to be expelled from the town. After this incident, Ingzi never saw the black girl again. Soon the company annual meeting arrived, but Ingzi found that the black girl's husband had also disappeared. She was even more convinced that there must be something wrong with this town. Everything seemed to be related to the Victory Company. She felt that this place I couldn't stay any longer, so I asked my husband to take me out of here. After hesitation, her husband agreed to Ingzi's request. Just as they got into the car, a group of security guards took Ingzi away. The woman was forced onto the operating table. 2 beautiful nurses fixed the woman's limbs, then took out a device and operated on her head, trying to erase all of Factor's memories. But this wave of operations awakened Ingzi's original memory. She remembered that she used to be a doctor and lived a life of 3 o'clock and 1 line of work every day. And her husband is a down-and-out technician who has nothing to do at home. Although Ingzi worked hard, she still couldn't escape the poverty life. Her husband accidentally saw a post about a virtual world on the internet. Entering the virtual world allows you to live a life without worries about food and clothing. So she bought the equipment at a high price, secretly brought it to him after falling asleep, and then prepared a set for herself. Then he asked his boss to erase Ingzi's memory of the real world. In the virtual world, they lived an enviable life of rich people. The reason why he goes to work at Victory Company every day is to return to the real world to take care of Ingzi's body so that he will not die. But Ingzi doesn't want to live in an illusory world. She feels that ordinary life is real. After knowing all the truth, she persuaded her husband to leave here with her, but her husband did not want to leave and felt that the life here was what she wanted. She stepped forward and hugged Ingzi tightly to prevent him from leaving, wanting it all. In the real world, Ingzi picked up a cup and hit the man's head hard, but the force was too strong and killed the man directly. Then Ingzi walked out covered in blood, and all the residents looked at Ingzi in surprise. At this moment, the security guard in red appeared again. Upon seeing this, Ingzi hurriedly grabbed a car and drove towards the headquarters of Xingli Company. Because only by running to the headquarters of Victory Company can you disconnect from the virtual world and return to the real world. So we drove all the way and finally reached the top of the mountain. At the moment when the security guard in red was about to catch him, Ingzi rushed to the glass door. Successfully returned to the real world. Although he returned to the real world, her husband left him forever. Because the virtual world dies, the real world also dies.